Good day, this is EQ. I'm trying to stream a lot. This is episode 5. I just wanted to try to get my videos out there and also make some headway as we got a long road ahead of us to complete Rebirth, Afterbirth, Afterbirth Plus. I don't even remember if there is a Rebirth Plus. It seems like there might have been, but either way. So let's kind of just do an overview of like what we've got unlocked so far. So we got a lot to go with the few characters that we do, but we did, if we remember earlier, we did on the last video we unlocked Judas. So we're making some serious headway. Apparently I just can't get 7 heart containers, and 55 pennies are starting to seem like a bigger deal than not. Judas was probably one of my favorites before because of the Book of Belial, but one of the things that stinks about Judas is he does only start with 1 HP, so it's usually kind of a headache there. But we got Lazarus, we got Eden. We do have 2 Eden tokens, but I'm going to wait for some Eden. I think I'm going to take the easy road right now, and I'm going to do another Azazel run. So hold on to your seats, let's get going. I think I should show the seed, just in the case you do want to play along with me. VOJY, Victor 0, Jeff. I don't remember an alpha phonetic. I forget how they're called, but 734 Frank. Alright, so one of the things I do love about Mr. Wow, that's pretty good. Go ahead right off the rip. I'm gonna go ahead and rip the full card. So I was talking maybe yesterday, it was in one of the previous episodes, where man, they have those things just come out automatic. So sometimes when you separate that head, it automatically goes into a lower body, and I guess apparently that lower body, if it's going to be one of the ones that shoots tears, is going to be ready to go. Headless baby. Kind of stick on the whole narrative from earlier, where you really gotta hope for some of these creep producing familiars and items early on, because after the first few floors, they're not going to feel like much at all. Look at HP. I think we're good to go. Now I think at 100 I will see an upgrade to the shop, but obviously we won't see that now. Found us a tinted rock. What's that? Let's go check out. Okay. Hey, balls of steel. And then let's just throw it away by running into stuff. hoping there would be an open wall here free to get to. So that's one thing you gotta pay attention to with your secret rooms. They're usually, they have to be around bare walls. That stings. Tears up. Here's the terrible thing. We got to think Rebirth. I can only take one of these, so... Man, that fear shot seems nice. That's what I'm gonna go with. I was tempted to go Rotten Baby. It would be easy to go for the Guppy play, but I think this is one of those times where I don't know if it's really gonna put me in a place, and there's that. It is nice when you teleport right after you pick up everything in those boss trap rooms, because they're just gonna, it just makes it so much easier for you. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This was one of those games that I was like, I'm comfortable playing this game and talking, and now as I'm playing, it just feels like, oh man, I gotta concentrate so much more. That's awesome. You gotta love seeing him run into the fire. Wow. Yeah, that item room is far enough away from everywhere I want to be. That's what I'm talking about. So, Azazel, or if you have a brimstone shot in general, Tammy's head is probably one of the cooler active items. And with the wiggle worm, it really just, man. So, the boss is going to be insta-dead. Lemon Party. I do kind of miss some of the sound effects for the I'm okay with nuking Mega Fad. And with me getting quad shot, basically all of our hits are gonna just boom. Mom's toenail. That just allows mom to come at you. You almost feel like you're a saw blade when you go into rooms like that. Do evil up. Missing page. You know, sometimes I get the name and the description mixed up. These keys. No soul heart. I figured there would have been something. I'm so blown away that I didn't get screwed up by that. I thought for sure one of those spikes were gonna come at me. I think I can beat this just with this. Oh, bloat. Yeah, you got to get a cheap shot off. I mean, I'll take that, but I'm not even gonna dig for a key. I'm that confident in the rest of this run. I am fast. I don't know where it went, but apparently it just stops making creep once it disappears, so that's the thing. We're coming back into it. I just want to see one thing. Okay, so he's already got boss rush. Cool. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure. I do miss this having all of your post-it note information there. All right. I say all right. It's not really. I don't even know that matters. I don't even know what he hit up there. That's hilarious. Yeah, there's certain animation that's harder to tell. But the quad shot is really helping us out. To be honest, I probably shouldn't have picked up Cricket's body. It's not doing anything with Brimstone, and cheap shots. Yep. Oh man. So today when I got home, I seen like a little kitten stray, like a little feral kitten. And it's the cutest thing. Oh, bloat. Bloat, we just gonna fight it out. Alright. That's fine. There we go. I don't even know how I didn't get slammed by that, because based on how it looked, it really didn't look like it. I had no way of believing that it would like come at me like that, but then it just kind of like it looked like it was going straight to the left, or it should have, and then somehow it just went up and diagonal where I was already at, and somehow I just kind of position myself in a place where it wasn't going to hit me. Man, I hadn't seen a key in like, it's been a few floors. Now I like my wiggle worm. I'm not a big fan of the matchstick, honestly. Yeah, Tammy's head. Okay, puberty's a... Okay. At some turn, I'm questioning like everything I'm doing, but... then I get soul hearts to kind of give me some retribution of sorts. I'll take it. Nice. One more puberty and we should get an HP up and the transformation to adult. To be honest, that's the only transformations that I remember on Rebirth. There may be more, but it's one of those things that I can never remember. Sorry about that. Take Lemon Party with us. Oh, that's cool. In case I need to burn through one. Alright, Guppy. I forget how many times you gotta beat Satan. We got Transcendence, we got Solar System. That's cool. Alright, so hopefully we won't die this time. Got hit anyways. Alright, now I'm just making, man. I don't even feel like the iframes barely started by that point. Alright, I'm gonna have to chill out a little bit. Alright. There are so many things that are happening and I'm just kind of half noticing the whole time. I will say a nice strategy with some of those bomb flies. I think a good way to go with it would be not get hit, first of all. I don't know if it's me and I'm in this position of somehow I forget how this this game moves. I think in this instant, the reason why I'm so quiet is a little bit of frustration popping up. Give me a little bit of help. It's a little bit. That was slick. I enjoyed that. I think that form of Satan is probably the harder because here's the beautiful thing. The legs, they don't do contact and not to you, and they hurt themselves when you do when they step on a bomb fly. Demon tail. Alright. Zazel's looking pretty good, but there's a few other things that need to happen. Eventually we should be getting the chest or the Polaroid. I might have said the positive recently, but it's just a Polaroid, because and the negative should come up after the mom fight as well. So yeah, we're just gonna have to look for those to come up soon. But we did unlock Kane, and I want to say he really starts off with some decent stats. So look at that, we got a win streak of 3 in a row. I don't even know how that is. Well, We're planting the seed to get Guppy, whether or not we will or not. I did want to show the seed. 1 Charlie Ralph November 7 Pizza 1 November. I will say I keep wanting to hit the active item just because I went that whole I was laying hard on Tammy's head that last run, but it's so good with Azazel. I will say, as you seen one of those gray flies that just came out from around Monstro, I believe they had 2 when we started the fight. It's one of those that knowing which enemies can and cannot cause contact damage can be kind of a blessing for you. I would say that it's better when you don't treat any of them, so that you just kind of have like a binary, like yes or no. But sometimes it can play to your strength to kind of know that kind of information. Mongo baby. Now, one of the cool things about this game that I've always loved is like a lot is just getting hit left and right. I zip around on this thing like I'm just on some wild scooter. Wow, I don't know how I didn't get hit on that one. Down for the count. Synth oil. And I think it wasn't until Afterbirth Plus, but it might be Repentance when Dark Matter became both a fear shot as well as a damage up. So I do like the dark eyes that it gives you. Yeah, but sorry, I kind of zoned out with the game. But what I was going to go back to was, yeah, when I got home from running errands today, I found a little kitten, and I came back in. I left him in the garage with the garage door open. I was gonna give the kitten some food, but there's also some stray dogs that I just really didn't want to attract by putting food out there. Maybe at the end of this stream I might pause it and just go check on the kitten. Because it is starting to get cold here, and I really don't want to worry about the kitten. There are several feral cats in my neighborhood. I have no idea where they came from, but in the past, every time I seen them, they just would shy away, and then you're kind of left with, "Hey, kitty," and then they just run off, meow, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely not trying to open a shelter or anything, and I think ever since I lost my dog, I've not really had like a real strong want for another animal. And it's nothing against animals. It's just, it's kind of hard on you when you do lose someone so close. And, you know, I'm not saying I'm necessarily a pet person where, you know, I'm trying to treat the said animal like some spoiled child or anything like that. But I definitely don't want anything to suffer. Oh man, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, speed down. Mongo baby, you are helping me out tenfold. I was kind of hoping that I could get Peep without him jumping, but it's okay. I made it out of there without taking a scratch. Good stuff. Then I go into here. So we got 2 guppy items, so at least that front's looking pretty good. The hope is we can start beating down the mob's heart kills in order to get to a point where we can start getting like the Polaroid and we can just kind of run through it. I think they stopped this in later versions of Binding of Isaac, where some of the hosts, the walking hosts, would just be able to shoot. And it wasn't just the walking host, it was those as well. I don't even know what the hell hit Mongo baby. Just seen, like, after as I was saying hit, I seen Mongo baby just and I was like, you jerk. We're gonna go this way. Yes. I think this was probably the wrong move. If I get some speed ups, I won't mind it, but talk about the worst item when you're struggling with movement speed. I say it's the worst item. I don't know that I would go that far, but it's definitely one you want to kind of chill for a second and not get hit. But yeah, and if you have like a moment of like, I'm jumping, that's cool. And I didn't realize that. So you unlock the head of Krampus and oh yay. One second. As a matter of fact, hold on one second. I know I'm live streaming. I just gotta take care of one thing. I apologize. check on the kitty cat. Give her some water. I actually don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I didn't feel the need to check, but I did want to see if she was still there. I let her stay on. So in my garage I have like a big ottoman, and I let her lay on that, and then I just wanted to check on her and make sure that everything I'm trying to not die and make this as long as possible, but no. Mongo baby, you are savior. There's a part of me that says I don't even know how I made it past that part. If this was another character, I would get Bob's brain, but with an Azazel and you're basically looking at trying to come in and just like snap on them real deep. Batting 1,000, I swear. Well, I did state that Taurus was not a good pick for this run. That's not a good one either. So with Azazel, you do want, on the mini brimstone, you really do want range, because it doesn't seem like a lot, and range is important. I will say that range is one of those things that tends to get automatically covered, but when it's not automatically covered, you need it bad. So for exploding enemies like that, range is your best friend. They're not cheap with the bombs, but the keys are a little different. You know, I'm starting to have an I'm starting to get to where I have nothing for pills anymore. I think when I would just do this on my own, I kind of was a little whatever with the pills, but now I feel like I'm on a mission. So every pill is like, it's probably gonna screw me, so screw it. wish the Book of Shadows could protect you from devil deals. I wish it would just kind of be like, here you go. I almost want to go in there without the... I'll take him. It would be nice if I could get Maggie unlocked with Azazel. It would be less likely, but not impossible. I think my damage could use a boost. I don't know if it does any. There's so many things that I'm well aware of, but it just happens. Depending on where your damage is, you probably will either want to get to the end of him or the beginning of him. Do I have any guppy items? Rose Long, Harlequin Baby, Ghost Baby, Book of Shadows. Sometimes those drawings are not the smoothest. I forget the name of the challenge, but there's a challenge where on this game where you basically have no shots and you're left with, I think, some orbitals and Guppy's hairball. And without too much, I remember that strat that me and my buddy figured out. It was blue candle, or one of the candles at least. Yeah, those candles, especially in these earlier games, they're nice. So I learned my lesson from the last run. That sorry. That was the kind of stuff I was trying not to do. But I learned my lesson from the last run in the fact that I'm not going to put my last two keys into like a vault door and that kind of thing. I'm down with speed up. Penetrative shot doesn't mean anything to me. Not with Azazel. But I will say that tear effect. Sorry, nose itch. know what? I've been lazy about shop searching. There's probably a reason for that. I hate the cold weather. It just makes me want to cook half the time, and then I want to eat heavy and just be lazy most of the time. There's a thing that I've been cooking in a crock pot lately. It's called cracked chicken. It's kind of awesome. It's pretty much just a few chicken breasts, some cream cheese, some shredded, or however you want to cut it up, cheddar cheese, excuse me, I had a little indigestion there. And now the recipe that I followed was like 8 to 10 pieces of bacon, which you can opt out of that if you want to, but those little chunks of bacon really make it special. I'm trying to think of what else. Cream cheese. Oh, ranch seasoning. It's obvious that our item pool is just that. Like lately I've just been, I guess I've been in comfort food lane. I'm trying to chill out on that, but it is something that the heart wants what it wants. There's a line from Breaking Bad where I think the guy's name's Todd. And he says that to, or his uncle says that to him, and it's just, it's kind of funny how it's done. That's all. I'm gonna be honest, like, I used to love Azazel, but a part of me can't wait till Azazel's done with, because I have this horrible habit of just kind of swinging on in. That's the one that I always find is funny. Isaac giving flowers to the girl and him just getting pants. I mean, I feel for the guy. None of us want to get pants. I remember kids doing that in school. I don't know if I remember a lot of bad pranks that you might see in maybe TV shows and whatnot. I think when we were younger, Um, in our neighborhood, me and my buddy, we were kind of messing with this kid like we were gonna give him a swirly. And for those of y'all, we didn't, by the way, we did not. All right. But his sister, who was younger than all of us, he was younger than me and my buddy. My buddy was the oldest. I was like a year or two younger than my buddy. And I remember his sister going in to run to his mom. And this lady she was lit. She was so, I think she was ready to hurt us. I don't want to say we were the bad kids of the neighborhood, but we were definitely a little rough around the edges. And they were kind of more of a well-to-do family. And yeah, I think they didn't like a lot of our tomfoolery of sorts, so. Alright, Bob's Brain, I swear you just came in the same place almost. It was like the same exact room. Tell you what, maybe Rebirth didn't randomly generate as much as I thought it did. I think I thought it did. I see. This guy. There we go. I think I do okay with Azazel when it comes to certain types of maneuverability, but there's times where I just really rush up on the enemies too much. I don't want to say too quickly, because that just makes it sound like I'm doing the job so extra that it's the game's fault. No, it's me, but there are certain situations where my run and gun type of strategy doesn't really work as much as I'd want it to. Love me some Jesus juice. I'm not doing boss rush one after another. If I had like a teleportation mechanism, I would have been all over it, but maybe after the stream, I'll go check on the kitty cat if it's still there. I wonder what I should do if the kitty cat stays. This little kitten. Because it's a kitten, I wouldn't know. Yeah, range up. I wouldn't know how old it is just by looking. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but I really don't have the money to take care of that cat. Now I think I'm down to 2 HP, which is pretty scary for every level past the depths, because this is gonna suggest that I take a full heart of damage every time. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go check on the kitty cat again. Sorry about that. guys, I'm gonna call the stream. I'll probably try to stream a little bit later today. Maybe we'll have a little more luck later. But thanks for tuning in. This is EQ. I'll see y'all later.